New questions about Dalia Dippolito, the woman now behind bars for trying to have her husband killed. And was she trying to plot an escape with a drone? ABC's Gio Benitez has the details. Good morning to you, Gio.
Who could forget this video of Dalia Dippolito crying into an officer's arms, thinking her husband was dead?
We had a report of a disturbance at your house, and there were shots fired. Is your husband Michael? Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am, he's been killed. He's been killed, ma'am. I'm sorry.
He's not.
Listen.
No.
Try to calm down.
No.
Listen, right now what we need to...
She thought she pulled off the perfect crime. A fake alibi, a clean getaway, a staged morning gym run. And when the police told her that her husband had been killed, she cried on cue, screamed, collapsed. It was all caught on camera. But there was one tiny problem. Her husband wasn't dead. He was standing just a few rooms away, watching the entire thing unfold. And the man she paid to kill him? He was an undercover cop. This is the story of a woman who tried to get away with murder and walked straight into her own trap. To understand how this story spiraled into betrayal and undercover stings, we need to rewind, back to where it all began. Before crime scene tape and hidden cameras, Dalia Dippolito was just a girl from a tight-knit family in Boynton Beach, Florida. She grew up behind the gates of a middle-class community in Palm Beach County, a county known more for luxury and glitz than quiet suburban life. She became a real estate agent, but the office hustle didn't quite match her vibe. She wasn't shy about using her looks to open doors, or about taking shortcuts when opportunity knocked. She was drawn to the lifestyle, fast, flashy, and easy. And that's when she met Mike. Mike Dippolito wasn't exactly a poster child for stability. He had a criminal past, a charm that could sell sand in a desert, and a weakness for the spotlight. He was a stock scammer, someone who ran boiler room operations that preyed on vulnerable people with get-rich-quick penny stock promises. He served 2 years in prison for it, and was still on probation when he met Dalia. Their first interaction wasn't exactly a fairy tale meet cute. Mike hired Dalia through an escort site. He was looking for company, and she showed up. But what started as a transactional weekend turned into something far more intense. He saw her as sweet and naive. She saw him as charming and secure. They bonded fast. Gym sessions, movie nights, outdoor adventures. They wanted the same thing, that luxury reality TV lifestyle. Think Kardashians, minus the cameras. And just 6 months later, they were married at the local courthouse. No grand wedding, just papers signed and a family left speechless. Dalia's parents were shocked. The speed, the secrecy, the man with a criminal record, none of it sat right with them. But from the outside, they looked like the perfect couple. Fit, successful, affectionate. Behind closed doors, though, something else was brewing, because Dalia wasn't in this for love. Not really. From the outside, their marriage looked like a fresh start. A reformed man and his picture-perfect wife building a new life together. But under the surface, Dalia never really wanted a fresh start. She wanted a shortcut. From the beginning, it wasn't about love or redemption. It was about the condo, the cash, the image. Mike may have been on probation for a stock scam, but he still had access to money. Money she believed could buy her the lifestyle she craved. When Mike tried to pay off his $191,000 in court-ordered restitution, Dalia offered to help. He gave her $100,000. Everything he'd saved. She promised to match the rest and send it through as a clean payment. but the money vanished. She spent it. Still, Mike stayed, even as strange things began happening. He started getting pulled over by cops. One officer said they got a tip he was dealing drugs. They searched his car, found nothing. The next day, at a gas station, Mike found something tucked inside his truck, a hidden bag of pills. That's when he realized someone was trying to get him violated on probation, and he had a good idea who. Then came the iced tea. Dalia brought it home one morning, just like any other day. Mike took a sip and instantly knew something was wrong. The taste was disgusting. He dumped it out, but even that small sip made him violently sick. He was down for nearly 2 weeks. Police would later claim she laced it with antifreeze. Her attorney denied it, but Mike never forgot that taste. All of it. The money, the planted drugs, the mysterious tips. It was adding up. Dalia wasn't trying to leave him. She was trying to bury him. But none of it worked. And that's when her plan escalated. Because if framing him wasn't enough, she was ready to find someone who could finish the job. By summer 2009, Dalia was done waiting. Done with poison. Done with probation setups. Now she wanted Mike gone, permanently. She turned to someone she'd known far longer than her husband, Mohammed Shihada, a Jordanian businessman with money, status, and a lifestyle not far off from what Dalia always dreamed of. They'd had a flirtatious, off-and-on friendship for nearly 15 years. But this time, Dalia didn't come around for fun or favors. She said Mike was abusive, controlling. She needed out. Not through divorce, not through lawyers. She wanted him gone.
Okay, after he kills him, whatever, your mom and all of them are not gonna, his mom is not gonna get suspicious of you or anything like that?
Why me? For killing somebody? Come on. Nobody's gonna be able to point a finger at me.
But instead of playing along, Mohammed left the conversation shaken. He didn't just say no, he went straight to the Boynton Beach police. And that's when everything started to shift. Mohammed agreed to wear a wire. Police prepped him, outfitted his car with cameras, and sent him back in. Dalia didn't hesitate. The moment she got in the car, she started planning, timing, methods, how she wanted it done. She handed over $1,200. A down payment. A murder-for-hire deal was now in motion. 2 days later, she got the call. The hitman was ready. They met in a CVS parking lot. Dalia climbed into his car without a second thought. The man she was talking to? Not a killer. He was undercover officer Whitey Jean. Cameras were rolling. She didn't hesitate. She asked when it could happen. He told her, "That's up to you." Dalia was calm. Director. She talked about logistics like she was planning a grocery run. For officers watching nearby, it was surreal. She wasn't nervous, she wasn't confused, she was certain. What she didn't know was that the hit was already happening. Just not the way she thought. Because this wasn't going to end with a murder. It was going to end with a setup. It was all set. The date, the time, the plan. August 5th, 2009. Just like she told the hitman, Dalia left early in the morning for the gym. Mike stayed home, still recovering from surgery. That was the moment the police had been waiting for. They moved in fast, swarmed the condo. Cameras rolled, crime scene tape went up. They staged everything. Shell casings, technicians, investigators walking in and out like a real active case. Then came the call. Dalia was told there'd been a disturbance at her home, something serious. She needed to return right away. And when she arrived, the performance began.
Ma'am, I cannot do this right now. Ma'am, I can't do it. Detective Yopi, I need you to take her to the station. I can't. Ma'am, go with these detectives. If you want to help your husband, okay? If you want to help your husband, you need to go to the station with these gentlemen and tell us everything you know about who he...
At the station, Dalia sat in the small interview room. Sergeant Paul Sheridan entered, calm but sharp. She painted a picture of danger, said maybe someone from that life had come back for him. Revenge. But there were no names, just shadows and half-truths. Then Sheridan shifted tactics. He brought someone in, a man in handcuffs, asked if she recognized him. The man said nothing. He was escorted out. Sheridan watched her carefully, then dropped the line that changed everything. "You're going to jail." Dalia froze, confused, denying, insisting she had nothing to do with anything. And then, the door opened.
I don't know what's going on, please.
We go ahead and arrest her for close stage first degree murder.
Can we get what's happening, please?
Can you sort of stand up?
Stand up, please.
Mike Dippolito walked in, alive, standing, looking her dead in the eyes. Dalia was arrested on the spot, and the rest of the world about to find out what really went down on national television. What followed Dalia's arrest was a legal roller coaster that no one saw coming. Not even the prosecutors who thought their case was airtight. Her first trial was in 2011. With hours of undercover footage, audio recordings, and a mountain of evidence, the prosecution was confident. The jury didn't need long. Guilty. Dalia was sentenced to 20 years in prison for solicitation to commit first-degree murder. But that wasn't the end. In 2014, an appeals court granted her a new trial, citing problems with jury selection. They ruled that the judge hadn't done enough to make sure jurors weren't biased by the intense media coverage. So, Dalia was released on house arrest and prepped for round 2. Her second trial took place in 2016. This time, she brought in new high-profile attorneys. The defense spun a new theory, that the entire plot was an act. A staged reality show concept cooked up by Mike and Dalia together to attract Hollywood attention. Dalia even testified in a pretrial hearing, claiming it was all for social media content. But no script existed. No production plan. And the jury, they couldn't agree. Mistrial. The third and final trial began in 2017. This time, prosecutors went back to basics, back to the video. No twists, no spin, just the raw footage and her own words. The jury needed only 90 minutes. Guilty. Again. This time, Dalia was sentenced to 16 years. Since then, Dalia attorneys filed appeal after appeal to Florida's appellate courts, the state Supreme Court, even the U.S. Supreme Court. Every one of them denied. She remains behind bars. Her release date is set for 2032. If she serves the full sentence, she'll walk out at 49 years old. This case was never just about a fake hit. It was about manipulation, performance, and a woman who thought she was untouchable. If you found this case as shocking as we did, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more true such stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next twisted story. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Stay curious.